everyone, Sophia here from my great challenge. I thought I was going to give you a tour of my garden. It's been 30 days. Let's see what the vegetables look like at day 30. This is the deck area and it's still growing pretty nice. These have held up, you guys. They are not dead, so that's good. They're actually pretty much set now, and it's been raining a lot. So here's the petunia and the leeks and another petunia, and here is the mint, and here's the garden from above. So I have my vegetable bed here that has all the lettuces, and we've been eating lettuces already. We've had like some very weird weather. It's been raining pretty much every day, so there's been a lot of plants that have bolted. I'm gonna go down at some point, so it's not gonna be all from above. These are the cucumbers, and the rest of the garden is here. So you see it's grown a lot over a period of 30 days, you guys. All right, let's go down. To my confusion, these are actually not zucchinis. They were in the zucchini part. They had no label. They are summer squash, but they are growing pretty well. And I have one, and you see the rain, it's been splashing the water. So I have one here that is almost done, and then there's another one somewhere in there. You probably see it here. So we have 5 summer squash, and that's okay. I like summer squash too. I wish they were zucchinis, but what you gonna do? They look the same to me when I bought them. These are the bell peppers, and we already have some flowers coming up, and we're gonna have quite a few bell peppers this year. And these are the ones that I'm really interested to try this year. These are the Russian kale. They're very interesting because they come up with those leaves that make secondary leaves on top of them. You see that? Isn't that bizarre? But you do harvest them after the first frost. So in my area it's going to be end of October, beginning of November. So they're going to be here for a while, and they do take quite some space. Over here I have tomatoes, and I've already tied them once at the bottom here. I don't know if you can see that, and I need to tie them again today. These are the Roma tomatoes, so I have 1, 2, and 3 over there. And you remember how I told you to plant your basil with your tomatoes as a companion plant? They are the basils are growing quite big in the middle of the tomato, and it actually adds, even though it's subtle, it adds a flavor to your tomatoes. And whenever you have your basil and you plant it like this, what you want to do is clip it. You always clip it here at the bud on the top like that, so it stops it from growing and budding and making flowers, and it forces it to grow sideways, so it becomes fuller. See, I got another one right here. So whenever you cut basil, do it that way. And this I'm going to keep. I'm actually going to put it in my water because it's delicious. Here are the marigolds that I've planted to stop the deer from coming and insects from coming and eating my vegetables. It's been working really well. I haven't had any nibs or little bites taken of my vegetables, and they grow quite nicely. And you see, when I started a month ago, everything was really spaced out. You see how it's full now? There's really barely any space. I have onions here. Yeah, I need to go in and move the dirt a little bit. These are leeks actually. I need to turn my soil a little bit and weed. So these are eggplants, and those are growing pretty strong as well. Here's a flower here that's going to become an eggplant in about a month and a half. So I only have 3 of them. I tied them up. I'm probably gonna have to tie them up again because of the rain and the wind, even though these are very strong stalks. You can see they're pretty sturdy plants, but I do want to make sure that they do not break, especially once the eggplants are on. All right, here are the cabbage, and they're already starting to make the little bowl in the middle, right? I don't know how you call it. I think it's bowling, but this one here is bolting. It's going up, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that one. I have more onions here. You can see one right here. These were a disaster this year. That was an absolute fail. These are bok choy, and the weather after I planted them was not good at all, and they bolted, so they went all the way up like this, and they made flowers. But you know what, I was able to harvest them. You can see that I've cut some of them already, and was able to saute them, and they were actually very sweet. The flowers you can eat, by the way, on the bok choy. Very, very good. Here are more tomatoes. Very, very strong plants this year. These are the Rutgers tomatoes, so they're a little bit different than the Roma. I got more marigold here. And I'm looking at these tomato plants, and I'm amazed at how thick the stalks are. So yeah, these are going to have to be tied up as well. So you can see that everything's grown quite nicely. All right, let's go on that side. Here I have onions, and I planted more leeks. Some of them are doing quite well, like this one, but I'm gonna have to mound it. You have to move the dirt over them so you have more white and less green. This is a weed, so I might as well just go ahead and pull it out. Okay, these are the fennels. I only have 3 of them, but I have been cutting some of the leaves here because it's kind of like dill. It has this licorice taste to it, and it's very good in salads. And over here are the ones I thought were going to be a complete fail because I have never planted cucumber before. And look at that, they're doing really, really good. They are already attaching themselves to the mesh. See that? And they are very strong. I have flowers already. So when this is grown to full capacity, it's going to take the entire side here. It's going to be beautiful. Over here, I have a rhubarb plant, which I've caught up quite well as well. But rhubarb, you got to wait many, many years before you can actually start harvesting it, sometimes at the end of summer. All right, we're looking at the bed here. Okay, so I made the mistake of putting too much space in between the herbs. So next year I'm going to definitely put the parsley, flat parsley leaves together, and then mix them, endure the heat not as well as if they were bunched up together. So I have a cilantro here that did not do well. This one is bolting already, but the curly parsley is pretty good. The mint here is nice. This is the lemon verbena, and my French tarragon here, which I need to stop snipping and eating because it's not growing. Another marigold over here. This is the iceberg lettuce. These are, I can't wait to have those actually. These are the escarole. I have more basil, but you see this basil, I let it go up. I don't clip it at the top. Same thing with the chives. I should have planted them closer together. They're not doing too well, and we keep on harvesting them, not letting them grow fully. These here have bolted. You can see the beginning of a flower here, but we're still picking leaves, and they are very, very good. It's a little bit strong, it's a little bit bitter. This one is ready for harvest, and so is this one here. These 2 here bolted, but we cut them, and those leaves are really, really crunchy, very, very good. This is oregano, and this is the mesclun, which we've already started eating. And basically what you do is that you just cut it, right? There's some areas you can see where we've cut it, and it just keeps growing back. So we're gonna have lettuce here, or mesclun rather, for the entire summer, and it's growing amidst my leeks, a lot of leeks. And these here are the beets, and I've never done beets before, and I was afraid they were going to die here in this bed, but they're not, and they're doing quite well. I'm not seeing any beet vegetable root yet, and that's okay. I don't know when they come out, we'll see, but they're doing well. So there you have it. This is the garden 30 days into the making. It's growing, it's full, it's looking quite nice. I really love this area here with the cabbage. It's pretty to look at, and you know what? I've got vegetables. We've started eating a lot of them, in particular the lettuces and the bok choy. I can't wait to have the summer squash. This one here, I'm probably gonna let it grow another day and harvest it tomorrow. What I should do is put some straw or some wood chips, just because we've had so much rain, to protect them so they don't rot. And then, I don't know if you can see the white parts here. These are actually eggshells. And it's not just eggshell I'm putting in here. Don't mind the weeds. I don't know if you can see the black here. These are coffee grounds. So when we're done with our coffee, We collect it, we put it in a big pot, and then when I have enough to spread throughout the whole garden, I do that. It's a nitrogen booster, or nitrogen, whatever you call it, for plants. So that's been doing quite well, and you can see the vegetables are growing. So I will see you again probably in another 30 days to give you an update. At that point, I think the tomatoes will be that big. All right, that was it. Thank you for watching. Bye.